In this video, we shall have a basic introduction to differentiation. Let's start with what we call the power rule. Let's say you have been told to find the derivative of x to the power of n. This will be equal to n times x to the power of n minus 1. So if you want to find, let's say, the derivative of x, this is the same as the derivative of x to the power of 1. And so we shall have 1 times x to the power of 1 minus 1, which will be equal to x to the power of 0. And we know that any number raised to the power of 0 is 1, so this will be equal to 1. And if you want, let's say, the derivative of x to the power of 3, this will be equal to 3 times x to the power of 3 minus 1, which will be equal to 3 times x to the power of 2. Now you try out this. Find the derivative of x to the power of 5. This will be equal to 5 times x to the power of 5 minus 1, which is equal to 5 times x to the power of 4. Now let's say we want to find the derivative of x to the power of negative 7. This will be equal to negative 7 times x to the power of negative 7 minus 1, and this will give us. And from the rules of exponents, you can take this to the bottom, and the negative exponent will become positive. So this will be equal to negative 7 divided by x to the power of 8. Now how can you find the derivative of 9x? This is the same as 9 times the derivative of x. And we know that the derivative of x will be equal to 1. Therefore, the derivative of 9x will be equal to 9 times 1, which is equal to 9. Now, how about the derivative of 8? When you differentiate a constant, you get 0. Therefore, the derivative of 8 is 0. And if you want to show your working, the derivative of 8 can also be written as the derivative of 8 times x to the power of 0, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. And so this will be 8 times the derivative of x to the power of 0. And so we shall have 8 times, this will be 0 times x to the power of 0 minus 1. Now anything times 0 will be 0. So this will be equal to 8 times 0, which is 0. You try out this. Find the derivative of 3x to the power of 4. Now this will be equal to 3 times, when you differentiate x to the power of 4, you get 4 times x to the power of 4 minus 1, which is 3. And so we shall have 3 times 4, which is 12, times x to the power of 3. Now you try out this. Find the derivative of negative 2x to the power of 6. This will be equal to negative 2 times, when you differentiate x to the power of 6, you get 6 times x to the power of 6 minus 1, which is 5. And so this will be equal to negative 2 times 6, which is negative 12, times x to the power of 5. Now how about the derivative of 2x to the power of 7, and then plus 4x to the power of 5, minus 3x to the power of 3, plus 8x, and then plus 9. This will give us 2 times the derivative of x to the power of 7, which is 7 times x to the power of 6, and then plus 4 times the derivative of x to the power of 5, which is 5 times x to the power of 4, and then minus 3 times 3x to the power of 2, and then plus the derivative of 8x, which is 8, and then when you differentiate 9, you get 0. So we shall have 2 times 7, which is 14, x to the power of 6, plus 4 times 5, which is 20, x to the power of 4, and then minus 3 times 3, which is 9, x to the power of 2, plus 8. And that's our answer. Now let's say you want to find the derivative of a radical function, the square root of x. Now for square roots, the exponent is 1, and then the index is 2. So this is the same as the derivative of x to the power of 1 divided by 2. And if we differentiate this, we shall have 1 divided by 2 times x to the power of 1 divided by 2 minus 1. Now 1 divided by 2 minus 1 is the same as 1 divided by 2 minus 2 divided by 2. And since we have the same denominators, we can combine the numerators. So we shall have 1 minus 2 divided by 2, which is the same as negative 1 over 2. So this will be equal to 1 divided by 2 times x to the power of negative 1 over 2. And if we take this to the bottom, the exponent will become positive. So our final answer will be 1 divided by 2 times x to the power of 1 over 2, which can also be written as 1 divided by 2 times the square root of x. Now what if you want to find the derivative of the cube root of x to the power of 5? This can also be written as the derivative of x to the power of 5 divided by 3. And if we differentiate this, we shall have 5 divided by 3 times x to the power of 5 over 3 minus 1. And 5 divided by 3 minus 1 is the same as 5 over 3, and then minus 3 divided by 3, which is the same as 5 minus 3 divided by 3, which is equal to 2 divided by 3. So the final answer will be 5 divided by 3 times x to the power of 2 over 3. Now let's say you want to find the derivative of the rational function 1 divided by x to the power of 9. Now this can also be written as the derivative of x to the power of negative 9. And if we differentiate this, we shall have negative 9 times x to the power of negative 9 minus 1, which is equal to negative 9 times x to the power of negative 10. And so we shall have negative 9 divided by x to the power of 10. Now let's see how we can differentiate trigonometric functions. The derivative of sine x will always be equal to cosine x. And then when you differentiate cosine x, you will get negative sine x. And if you differentiate tangent x, you will get secant squared x. And if you differentiate secant x, you will get secant x tangent x. Now how about when you differentiate cotangent x? This will be equal to negative cosecant squared x. Now as you can see, the functions that start with c, their derivatives are negative. So take note of that. You try out this. Differentiate 2 times sine x and then plus 6 times tangent x minus 3 times secant x. This will be equal to 2 times, when you differentiate sine x, you get cosine x, and then plus 6 times the derivative of tangent x, which is secant squared x, and then minus 3 times secant x tangent x. And for these two terms, you can see that 3 times secant x is a common factor. So let's pull it out. This will give us 2 times cosine x and then plus 3 secant x into, for the first part we shall remain with 2 times secant x, and then for the second part we shall remain with tangent x. And that's our answer. Now how can you differentiate sine 2x? This will be equal to, we know that when we differentiate sine, we get cosine. So we shall write cosine 2x. And then we shall multiply this by the derivative of the angle. Our angle is 2x. When you differentiate 2x, you get 2. So we shall multiply this by 2. And so our final answer will be 2 times cosine 2x. Now you try out this. Find the derivative of cosine 4x. We know that when we differentiate cosine, we get negative sine. So we shall write negative sine 4x. And then when you differentiate 4x, you get 4. So this will be multiplied by 4. And so our final answer will be negative 4 sine 4x. Now you try out this. Find the derivative of sine 5x. This will be equal to 5 times cosine 5x. Now let's see how we can differentiate exponential functions. Whenever you have, let's say, the derivative of e to the power of u, this will be equal to u prime times e to the power of u. where u prime is the derivative of u. So let's say we want to find the derivative of e to the power of x. In this case, u equals to x, and if you differentiate this, u prime will be equal to 1. And so this will be equal to u prime, which is 1, times e to the power of u, which is x. And so this will be equal to e to the power of x. Now how about the derivative of e to the power of 3x? In this case, u will be equal to 3x, and if we differentiate this, u prime will be equal to 3. And so this will be u prime, which is 3, times e to the power of u, which is 3x. Now you try out this, find the derivative of e to the power of x to the power of 5. In this case, u will be equal to x to the power of 5, and so u prime will be equal to, when you differentiate x to the power of 5, you get 5x to the power of 4. And so we shall have u prime, which is 5x to the power of 4, and then times e to the power of u, which is x to the power of 5. Now how about the derivative of 2 times e to the power of 7x minus 2? Now this can also be written as 2 times the derivative of e to the power of 7x minus 2. So in this case, we shall set u to be equal to 7x minus 2. And if we differentiate this, u prime will be equal to, the derivative of 7x is 7. And when you differentiate negative 2, you get 0. So u prime will be equal to 7. So we shall have 2 times u prime, which is 7, and then times e to the power of 7x minus 2. And our final answer will be 2 times 7, which is 14, e to the power of 7x minus 2. Now you try out this, differentiate e to the power of x squared minus 2x plus 1. So we shall have u equaling to x squared minus 2x plus 1, and so u prime will be equal to, when we differentiate this, we shall get 2x minus 2. So this will be equal to u prime, which is 2x minus 2, and then times e to the power of x squared minus 2x plus 1. And if we pull out 2, we shall have 2 into x minus 1 times e to the power of x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now let's see how we can differentiate natural logarithms. Whenever you have the derivative of natural log of u, this will be equal to u prime divided by u, where u prime is the derivative of u. So if you want to find the derivative of natural log of x, in this case, u will be equal to x, and if you differentiate this, you get 1. So this will be equal to u prime, which is 1, divided by u, which is x. Now how about the derivative of natural log of 4x plus 3? We shall set u to be equal to 4x plus 3, and if we differentiate this, we shall get 4. So this will be equal to u prime, which is 4, divided by u, which is 4x plus 3. Now you try out this, find the derivative of natural log of 3x to the power of 2 plus 1. In this case, we shall set u to be equal to 3x to the power of 2 plus 1, and if we differentiate this, u prime will be equal to the derivative of 3x to the power of 2, which is 6x, and then plus 0, and this will be equal to 6x. So this will be u prime, which is 6x, divided by u, which is 3x to the power of 2 plus 1. Now how can you differentiate 7 times natural log of x to the power of 3 plus 5? In this case, u will be equal to x to the power of 3 plus 5, and so u prime will be equal to 3x to the power of 2. So we shall have 7 times u prime, which is 3x to the power of 2, divided by u, which is x to the power of 3 plus 5, and this will be equal to 7 times 3, which is 21, x to the power of 2, divided by x to the power of 3 plus 5. Now let's look at what we call the product rule. Whenever you have the derivative of u times v, this will be equal to u prime times v and then plus u times v prime. In simple terms, you differentiate u and keep v constant, and then keep u constant and differentiate v. Let's look at some examples. Let's say we want to find the derivative of x times cosine x. In this case, u will be equal to x, and if we differentiate this, u prime will be equal to 1, and then v will be equal to the cosine of x. So v prime will be equal to, when you differentiate cosine x, you get negative sine x. So this will be equal to u prime times v, which will give us 1 times cosine x, and then plus u times v prime, which will give us x times negative sine x. And so our final answer will be cosine x minus x times sine x. Now you try out this. Differentiate x to the power of 3 times sine 2x. In this case, u will be equal to x to the power of 3, and so u prime will be equal to, when you differentiate x to the power of 3, you get 3x to the power of 2. And then v will be equal to sine 2x. Therefore, v prime will be equal to, when you differentiate sine 2x, you get 2 cosine 2x. So we shall have u prime, which is 3x to the power of 2, and then times v, which is sine 2x, plus u, which is x to the power of 3, and then times v prime, which is 2 times cosine 2x. And as you can see, x to the power of 2 is the greatest common factor, so let's pull it out. So our final answer will be x to the power of 2 into, for the first part we shall remain with 3 times sine 2x, and then for the second part we shall remain with 2x times cosine 2x. Now how about the derivative of x to the power of 4 times natural log of x to the power of 2? For this example, we shall set u to be equal to x to the power of 4, and so u prime will be equal to 4x to the power of 3. And then v will be equal to natural log of x to the power of 2. And then v prime will be equal to, remember we said that if you want to find the derivative of natural log of u, this will be equal to u prime divided by u. So for natural log of x to the power of 2, u will be equal to x to the power of 2. And u prime will be equal to the derivative of x to the power of 2, which is 2x. And so this will be 2x divided by x to the power of 2. Now this x will cancel with that. And so v prime will be equal to 2 divided by x. So we shall have u prime, which is 4x to the power of 3, and then times v, which is natural log of x to the power of 2, plus u, which is x to the power of 4, and then times v prime, which is 2, divided by x. Now this x will cancel with that, and we shall remain with x to the power of 3. So our final answer will be 4x to the power of 3 times natural log of x to the power of 2, and then plus 2 times x to the power of 3. And if you want, you can pull out 2 times x to the power of 3. So we shall have 2 times x to the power of 3 into, for the first part we shall remain with 2 times natural log of x to the power of 2, and then for the second part we shall remain with 1. And from the rules of logarithms we can take this 2 to the top. So we shall have 2 times x to the power of 3 into natural log of x to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2, and then plus 1. And so our final answer will be 2 times x to the power of 3 into natural log of x to the power of 4 plus 1. Now there are also other rules of differentiation, including the chain rule, quotient rule, and implicit differentiation. I'm gonna make videos about each of these rules, and I'll put the links in the description. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.